this is very, very spur of the moment because I just found these two cars now, but I'm here to look at two cars at Lloyd's Auctions. And here it is. This is what I'm interested in modifying next. Of course I'm kidding. Two cars, VNSS and a VTSS out here, which I'll show you in a sec. So I spotted this as well. Manual. Cool. It's nice XWGT on the turntable, McLaren. I actually don't even know if I'm allowed to film in here, so I've got to be careful. Ooh. I didn't even see this. Wow. Nice GTSR. Alright, VN's a bust. Don't worry about that car. Not even going to bother with that car. But this VT, now you might be thinking, that's a bit left field, like why a VT? And this is exactly why. And it's a local car with factory plates, completely stock except for headers and a full exhaust, and obviously locates, books, receipts, stuff like that. And I don't know, I just like it. So Series 2 VTSS, so that is the first of the LS1s. In one of my favourite colours for this car, and in really, really good nick. Look at the interior. Interior's good, paint's good, factory head unit, you know I love that shit. Even smells brand new in here. Sounds really good. The guy took the keys though, so I didn't want to film around him because, you know, who knows. Has had a little bit of paint here and there, which is, you know, that's alright. What do you guys reckon? Actually, by the time you see this, the auction's over and I'll either own it or not own it, but I'm going to throw a couple bids on it anyway. And Cosmo. Wow, if you don't know, this is where you get a 20B from. Anyway guys, if anything else, oh, hang on. Cool. TS50, if you know, you know. Can't remember the last time I saw one of those. Nice Monaro. Starion Turbo. Wow. That is very cool. Anyway, let me know what you think of the VTSS, boys and girls. Alright, you're seeing this all happen in real time here. 20 seconds left. But of course, once I bid, time will go up, I'm assuming. It's actually gone up a lot in the last couple of minutes, which is not good. It's just gone up again. Nah. So it's past what I'm happy to pay for it. 10, 9, 8. It's at 12.5 with a 7.5% buyer's fee on top of that. So that's too much. Like my next bid would have to be 14.5 grand, which I don't think that car's worth it. But let's see what it goes for in the end. I think that's it. 13 plus 7.5%, so it's about 14 grand. Done. So that one's a bust. Alright, I thought it finished. It said closing, but then bang bang, it went bid. It's now at 14 plus the buyer's fee, about $1,000, so 15 grand. I don't know. Is the car worth that much? Now it's finished. 14 it finished on. So 14 plus 7.5%. Not worth it to me, but it is to someone else. So as you saw, we obviously did not buy that VT, which is a bit of a shame. And looking back now and doing a bit more research, I kind of would have been happy to pay a bit more, but it is what it is. Car's gone now, and I have the itch, and it's an itch I really need to scratch, so I got to buy a car. So I've just left work and we're going to see a car. You guys seem to really like the video where I went to look at all the WRXs and obviously eventually bought one. So I'm going to do the same process here, but it could be short-lived because I might buy the first one. You never know. But anyway, after I look at it, I'll put some photos and some info and how it went. Alright, so just left from looking at the first car. Now the reason I say first car is because I'm not buying this car. I'll put a picture up. I have to say, absolute gentleman of a person, the guy selling it. Super easy to deal with and talk to, really nice person. 93 VR Calais, 5 litre auto with full leather, and a car that's been in the family since new. Just didn't present as well as I thought it was, you know, had some cosmetic issues. Mechanically a really good car, rebuilt motor with a cam and an exhaust, and that's it. And a Memcal chip tune, whatever the hell it is. But yeah, not the car for me, not the car for me. But definitely something of that genre that I am considering. So that's an indication of where this is going. But on to the next one. All right, we are at our next car, and somewhere I've never been before, but have always wanted to come, just because it's a bit far away. But I finished work early, so I've headed down here today. And this is where we are, Grays. So if you haven't been here or know what they are, it's an auction place, but I'll explain the car after. Again, not sure if I can film in here, so see how we go. Alright, it doesn't say anything about no filming here at Grays, so I'm filming anyway. This is the car, so if you can tell by the seats, these Devonish seats, we are in a HSV. So what I'm looking at is this VR Senator. Good K's, books, a good story, and a neat car. So this is what I'm going to be bidding on. And also, I bid on this is a 2-for-1 deal actually, this trip. I bid on a VR Calais like 2 weeks ago in a really odd combo, and I noticed it's still here, so it obviously got passed in and didn't sell. So while I'm here, I'm going to look at that because it's going to go back up for auction. I'm interested in that too, so I'll show that one as well. And here we have the Ugly Duckling. So it's like a champagne over like a brown gunmetal sort of weird color. VR Calais, 5 litre and HSV enhanced with tan trim, partial leather, so cloth center, leather outer, auto, stock head unit, stock wheels. I think it's got headers and an exhaust, and that is it. I like it because it's an ugly color combo. What do you guys reckon? I actually bid on this car last week, but it didn't make reserve. So I think it's going up again. So this might be another contender also. So 2 VRs. Let me know what you think over those two. A couple other nice ones while I'm here. Black VL Turbo, white VL Turbo. VN Group A, not sure if it's real. Wild Plum, I think it is XAGT. Lancia Delta Integrale, left-hand drive. A nice Import S15. And EBGT 32 GDR, and this really nice V8, I think it is, on welds. Some really cool cars here, to be honest. Alright, a bit of live action here. I'm currently the highest bidder with 30 seconds to go. I doubt it's going to go for this price, but I'll fill you in, because when someone bids, it adds another 5 or 10 minutes, so this could go all night, so tune back in soon. So I'll try to keep it short, but I actually was the highest bidder on that car, and I will tell you it finished at $19,400 including fees on me. It went on for ages, because every time you bid it adds 10 minutes. So it was me and someone else interstate. I think I was actually the only Vic bidder, and it just kept going and going and going for another 2 hours after I filmed the previous thing that I showed you. Now the kicker is, Grays called me the next morning, which obviously you need to meet somewhere between what the car ended on and what the reserve is, which was fine because I knew what the reserve was. and I was happy to pay sort of close to that. So I thought, I've got this car. But it turns out the owner doesn't want to budge from the reserve plus the fees, which was, look, I made an offer in between there that I thought was fair, and no, doesn't want to move. So unfortunately, I left it at that. They did try to throw in some number plates, which didn't really sweeten the deal for me, but it's a shame because that was a really, really good base of a car. Like books, history, 2 owner, 2 keys, factory radio, mint interior, just needed a few cosmetic things and like good to drive. But oh well, it is what it is, and on to the next one. So this time I'm actually going to look at a car that I've had saved on car sales for a while because I thought it was pretty decently priced, a really good color that I love, and it's not 5 hours away like every other goddamn car that I come across. So it's only about 20 minutes from my house. So I'm gonna quickly head out there, meet the owner, and go see what this thing is like. Wish me luck. Another bust, of course. It was a VR HSV Senator Auto in the beautiful green. I can never remember the color of that green, but anyway. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for some museum piece of a car here. I know I'm buying a 30-year-old car and I'm happy to be fixing things. It's what I get these cars to do anyway, doing the little 1%ers to get the car to a nice car. But this just needed too much body-wise and interior-wise. And interior-wise is a killer because these Senators and Clubbies and stuff have HSV-specific like material and door inserts and center console pieces that you just cannot get. So if any of that stuff's damaged, good luck. You're never gonna find it. Look, this car had been painted also, and a closed door, which I can't deal with a closed door respray. And the paint was all right, but it's something I would never be happy with. I would always be looking at all the little bits and pieces I found with the paint issue-wise. So decent car, but not what I'm looking for. Maybe if it was about 10 grand cheaper, yes, but I know I'm pushing at that. I would never get the car for 10 grand cheaper than what it was, but I think it's hard because the way I am with these cars, I'm making it really hard for me to buy cars because I'm being too picky. I just can't let them go, like these things, but I also don't want to spend the money. So I don't want to spend $40,000 on this perfect, you know, Senator, Clubby, or, you know, some sort of VN, VR, VS, because I just don't think they're worth that. But yeah, it's super hard. I'm picky, but I also am a tight ass that doesn't want to spend the money. So I think it's going to be hard for me to find a car that I'm happy with, but we will get there in the end, I promise. Yeah, look, I seem to keep striking out here on these cars. It's been... Looking at those cars that you previously just saw in this video, that's over the span of about a month now. So nothing's sort of up to my standards, unfortunately. Maybe I'm being too picky, as I always say, but what do you guys reckon? Which car would have been good out of all those cars that you just saw in this video? I'm actually really spewing about that VT, but that's all right. Yeah, I would love to hear in the comments down below what car you guys, whether it's a car you just saw on the video, or some other suggestions. I'd love to hear it. Anyway, I know it's a bit of a short one, but I'll see you guys next week.